Hey everybody, welcome to Evil PC Gaming. Today we're going to be taking the Freightliner Coronado out for a little test spin. I already have it set up, but just showing some of the things you can customize on it. You see here you got plenty of engines. I'm going to keep the 665 horsepower Detroit diesel in it. I've never built a truck in-game and went with the Detroit diesel. Always seem to go with the Cummins or the Caterpillar. Transmission-wise, fairly decent selection of transmissions, though it does not support all the aftermarket ones. The interior is pretty cool, nicely done. I did like the American flag on the CB cover, and nice little cabin area back here. So let's see, we have selections with the tan. I'm not really a big fan of the tan, but I guess depending on the color of the truck you go with. Also, it does come with a couple customized paint jobs. Not a huge fan of them. This one seems to be a little... I don't know. I kind of don't like how the whole entire roof changes with the fender colors. But again, if you're looking for variety, it is nice to have paint jobs already packaged with it. Just mess around here just to show a little bit of the color variances you can do. This one's actually done fairly well. I mean, I'm not a fan of having the Mustang horse on the side of the truck. But again, it's not a bad paint job. So I adjust it there, and other than that, you got one more here. You got the custom colors and the metallic colors and so on. This paint job is actually not too bad. Also, I do like the setup, and I like how you can change colors of the dot numbers, the DOT numbers. And this one particularly, the insignia on the doors. It's kind of nice. It doesn't match the whole entire side. Anyway, got your standard grille and then your standard chrome. I already have the Coronado fog lights in there. Not too bad looking of a truck. Though I would like to have seen a little bit more customization in it. Smoke on there, whatever. I don't honestly need it. And I believe the smoke still goes even when the truck's not running. Painted mirrors or chrome mirrors. The step there you can't get rid of. No options for fenders. You have your typical options for wheels and so on. And then you can change the mud flap hangers either to the standard black look or keep it chrome. You know, lit up, not too bad. Anyway, let's get off this and head on out on the road and take her for a spin. Now the paint job I went with, you kind of see how the hood's like a little bit of a purplish. I went with the metallic paint job mixed in like a dark royal type blue along with a purple base. Kind of give it a little bit of contrast, but not drastic. As far as the Detroit diesel goes, I don't know so far. Man, it's got a decent growl to it. But I don't know if I'm gonna be a fan of this or not. Definitely hauling a heavy load. I believe this one was 85,000 pounds, I think. It's very short gearing here. But 665 horsepower Detroit diesel in fourth gear, pulled the hill just fine. Fifth gear's struggling a little bit there. So it's going to be a nice short trip. It does sound good from the outside though. And I can never stay in my lane when and I'm out here in third person on the front end. And it's not a good idea to do it while I'm inside the city and run into the back of a vehicle. I don't know. The Detroit diesel doesn't sound too bad. Kind of reminds me of an older, more rugged, big rig. Maybe like an old Mack truck or something. Like a real old Peterbilt. It doesn't sound like a finely tuned powerhouse like a Cat or a Cummins does. Struggling a little bit here in 8. And of course it has to rain while I'm recording. Jake brake sounds like any other. Definitely better than the in-game Jake brake. Should downshift this thing, but I'm just trying to see how well it would maintain, I guess. Switch over to 7 low and make sure I can keep this hill without losing too much momentum. Well, that seemed to be a quick rainstorm. Guess that's Arizona for you. Yeah, the more I'm listening to the engine, I'm not totally against it. I would put it in one of my trucks, in the career mode, just for a variety. But it's not my favorite, I guess. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a comment down below. If you like the Cummins or the Cat or this Detroit diesel sound. This truck, don't get excited if you do like this truck. I'm not driving this one in my career mode for the Mother Truckin' Mondays. This is in my my second profile that I use for multiplayer. And of course I cheated it up just to have all the money in the levels so I didn't have to worry about anything, and I can fully test whatever I download. Beacon's pretty old school looking. I would have liked to have seen different beacons come with it also. Definitely sounds good on the outside. I don't know, the more I'm driving it, the more I'm kind of liking it. I'm amazed that I'm staying on the road this long, especially in this camera view. I would have liked to have seen a more modern beacon for sure with the Coronado. It's not like this is an old school, 1970s truck, and we should have rotary beacons on it. This is a somewhat newer style of a truck. So having the option to have some LEDs would have been nice. But again, the maker of the truck, I didn't look it up before the video, and honestly I don't pay too much attention to them. When I'm downloading them, they did do a good job on the truck, I'm not going to lie. I do like the truck. I like the truck in real life. It's very nice looking. Oh boy, that engine brake sounds really good on the outside here. Good thing is, too, it doesn't break up like it does sometimes on my Volvo. And it didn't break up at all. Didn't stutter or anything. It's very nice. Definitely pulls well. I mean, 665 horsepower. Maybe it's a little overpowered for, you know, the way the game's set up. I've pulled 85,000 pound loads before with, I don't know, 500, 550 horsepower engine. It doesn't feel like there's a huge struggle in the trucks. I've never driven, you know, an 18-wheeler before, so I don't know if a 500 horsepower engine is typical, or if that's on the larger side. It just seems like the truck should struggle a little bit more. You know, from what I can remember in Euro Truck, when you grabbed an 85,000 pound load, you could have a 600 horsepower engine in there. That truck seemed to have struggled a little bit. Maybe it's just a bad recollection of my memory, but that's what I seem to remember. I'm definitely struggling getting up this hill, so that's good. You know, American Truck Simulator isn't a challenging game, but I like having the challenge of making your delivery and not just being able to put the gas pedal down and go with ease. I like having to, you know, keep having to switch the gears, pay attention, you know, time to time, maybe you got to use a retarder, throw on the engine brake to get that extra stopping power. A lot of times I throw it on just to hear it, let's be honest. I even have the brake setting, or sensitivity of it, turn way down. It's probably only 15% up the bar. Sometimes it still feels like the truck stops a little too quick for my liking. And yes, I could turn it all the way off, but I've done that, and that's like stopping a truck without brakes. It just doesn't happen. Now we're almost here at delivery point. Hopefully I have a somewhat easy park job. As you all know, if you've watched my videos before, I have the hardest time parking. And a little side note, while we're driving in here, I'm going to be having a channel update coming out hopefully in the next week or so. I've been pretty busy, and that is part of the update of, you know, why I haven't had my variety of gaming videos out that I usually do. You know, DCS, ATS, some type of survival game, quick peeks. So I'll explain all of that in an update video, and also I'm going to try getting back into maybe a game or two to bring the variety back, and maybe have you guys choose what game or games you would like to see hit the channel. A lot of these I've had for quite some time, haven't had a chance to get back into, and I'm going to get stuck. I can never get turned into these things well. Start the damn thing too. And that's the wall. Well, if he expects delivery, you can look out his window and see him right here. I'll make it this time, though. If I don't, I will power horse this thing over the rail if I have to. Looks like I'm just made it. So like I was saying, keep an eye out for the channel update. It's not going to be a huge one. There's no huge special great announcement giveaway kind of thing. Just, I haven't, oh man, what the hell? That was weird. It seemed like the back axle was off the ground. Like I said, I just want to bring out an update, keep you guys informed on what's going on, because a lot of you guys might not have joined the channel just to see trucking videos. But just to give you a short version, trucking videos are a lot easier to record and put out with minimal editing. So because my time has been so short, that's why you've been seeing a lot of them. I guess So I'll swing this thing through here, try to straighten up and back it in. It's not the easiest job, it's not the hardest park job. I always seem to screw it up somehow. I always like to try to park inside. It's just I always have a hard time seeing the details and judging distance in that passenger mirror. Okay, well, plan one didn't work out, so I'll just pull it into this little overhang park spot here and try again. Try to get a good camera angle. That's coming around a lot better than it was before. A lot more room too. I think that's where I always screw myself in parking. Those barrels shouldn't be there anyway. I just did the guy a favor and moved them to where they should, they're out of the way for future deliveries. And I should have already cut the thing and brought it back around. Video wouldn't be entertaining without me trying to park the truck at the end. Skip parking. I'm not skipping this damn parking. It's the biggest challenge of the game here. I do think I did skip one in the past. Very frustrated with it. I think this will be the last time that I have to back it up. I have confidence in myself. There we go. That's pretty. Paint job's pretty too. Even though I like going with solid colors, I still like using that 3-stage metallic. Give it a nice shine and glow to it. Oh, look at that. That is pretty right there. So disconnect here and wrap this trip up. Anyway, that is that. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the test drive of the Coronado. Remember to stay tuned for the channel update and, of course, Mother Truckin' Monday. Until next time, guys. Alright guys, that's my time, and remember, if you did like the video, click the like button and share it with your friends. If you haven't already, please consider subscribing for more videos to come. And if you have time for another video, check out the one right here. As always guys, thanks for watching, and until next time.